So Fox News has done a good job attacking what they call woke culture, and now they're pulling out the big guns. Guess who it is? Sharon Osbourne. Let's talk about it in today's video. Hi, I'm Mike Greiner. I'm a lifelong Democratic activist who's concerned about the direction our country is taking. I'm also a lawyer and an academic, and I'm here to help you stand up to the BS of the MAGA crowd. So Fox News' Tucker Carlson brought Sharon Osbourne, formerly of The View and of course married to rocker Ozzy, to talk about how she was canceled after she made racist comments. Let's check out the video here.
So you may recall that when the fake Duchess from Los Angeles and her brain-dead husband told Oprah that the royal family is racist, Piers Morgan called BS in them. Huh? Of course they're not racist. What are you even talking about?
Okay, let's start with this. Fake Duchess, she was an actual Duchess because she married a duke. So nothing fake about her. They have since essentially given up their rights to royalty, but, it makes you wonder, why do they think she's fake? What could be different about Meghan Markle? Let's keep watching.
But for doing that, the media accused Piers Morgan of racism, and he was fired from his job. And then when his old friend Sharon Osbourne decided to defend Piers Morgan, the media accused Sharon Osbourne of racism too. In fact, Sharon Osbourne's co-host at CBS suggested she was a bigot for asking how exactly is Piers Morgan a racist for pointing out that the fake Duchess was lying. So for the first time, Sharon Osbourne is explaining what exactly happened, and she does it on her new show, Sharon Osbourne to Helen Back, which is now on Fox Nation. It's out.
Okay, so she's got a new show. She's promoting it. It's on Fox Nation, of course, so it makes you wonder what the show's all about. What's more is when you read the accounts of what actually happened, they're quite different from what Tucker Carlson just said right there. It turns out that, yes, Sharon Osbourne did ask specifically what was racist about what Piers Morgan said. Her View co-host Sheryl Underwood tried to respond, at which point Sharon Osbourne cut her off, not giving her a chance to explain why she thought the comments by Morgan were racist. They then cut to a commercial. After the commercial break then, the viewers saw Sheryl Underwood with tears in her eyes. Sharon Osbourne's incredibly sensitive response was, "If anybody should be crying, it should be me." It turns out then, though, that Sheryl Underwood is not the only person who's been verbally abused by Sharon Osbourne. Turns out that a whole host of people came out of the woodwork, pointing out abusive behavior she had had. And so then she's surprised when CBS says, "Oh, your contract should not be renewed." Let's keep watching what Sharon Osbourne has to say.
On Monday. And in the show, she explains how she fought the urge to wag a middle finger in the faces of her CBS co-hosts. Watch.
I was this lamb that was slaughtered that morning, and CBS denied responsibility on the news, and that's because they're wankers and...
Now, she's very good at kind of playing this whole privileged white person grievance act that Tucker Carlson loves so much. To say that Sharon Osbourne somehow deserves some sympathy? Really? Let's keep watching.
We reached out to CBS for comment on what Sharon had to say, and they reiterated their statement from March saying that they found no evidence that she had been set up.
So how does this make sense? You can get ganged up on live television, and when you go to defend yourself against accusations, you get fired for creating a hostile work environment.
That is a complete misstatement about what happened. Number one, she was not ganged up on the show. Sheryl Underwood specifically stated that she thought what Piers Morgan had said was racist. Sharon Osbourne then asked, "Why do you think it's racist?" When Sheryl Underwood tried to respond, Sharon Osbourne cut her off. How is that ganging up on her? What's more is the hostile work environment were all the other people who it turns out she had sworn at and verbally abused. Let's keep watching.
This is the world we live in today.
I wanted to look into the camera and say, you, and CBS take that.
Sharon Osbourne joins us tonight. Sharon, thanks so much for coming on. When historians go back and do a post-mortem on our society and try to figure out how did everyone go crazy in a 4-year period, I think they're going to take a look at what happened. I honestly do. What happened to you is one of the nuttiest things I've ever seen. You were 6 degrees of separation away from the story. You just spoke up for an old friend and you had to leave your job? You've thought about this,
Yeah,
I think, a lot
that's
since. What do you make of it?
it is the world that we're living in, and especially in film and TV, where people want to be overly woke. So the slightest thing, it's like walking on eggshells.
Okay, the slightest thing, like walking on eggshells. Wait till you see what some of the things she says here. Let's keep watching.
And there are no second chances. You could have, in today's world, you could have put something on your social media 10, 12 years ago, and people will look back and they will fire you because you wrote it 10, 12 years ago.
Just to be clear, we're not talking about something she did 10, 12 years ago. Let's keep watching.
There are different scenarios. Somebody could have been drunk with a bunch of people, out of control. So you may have changed your mind by now. But no, even from years ago, people want to condemn you.
So I always wondered, watching this story, I've never asked you about it, but a lot of the people you worked with, who I think you got along with perfectly well, really behaved in a despicable way toward you, in a cowardly, cruel way. And I wonder, what was your conversation off camera with them like? Did they ever apologize to you for treating you like that?
No, I had to apologize to them. I mean, I must be truthful that in the first break, I was saying to one of my co-hosts, why, talk to me, tell me why you're doing this. Tell me where this came from. Why are you doing this? And she turned her back on me like this and pretended to be talking to the person in the booth and wouldn't talk to me. And so I swore at her.
Okay, now we're starting to get to things here. This person either was talking to a producer in the booth, or she didn't want to talk to Sharon Osbourne at that moment. What was Sharon Osbourne's response? To swear at her. Okay, this is coming directly from Sharon Osbourne here. This is not an accusation. Do you think that's a hostile work environment? Let's keep watching.
And I did do that. But you know what? I swear a lot to my friends. And if someone's a real friend, she'd worked with me for nearly 11 years. We'd traveled together, done everything.
Okay, so Sharon Osbourne swears at people she works with all the time. I'm wondering where there could be a hostile work environment. Let's keep watching.
Together. Been to my house lots of times, supposed to have loved my family too. And then she turns around and stabs me in the back. And, I do swear a lot, and that's who I am. And CBS knew that before they gave me the job, and I was there nearly 11 years. So 11 years of me swearing didn't bother them off air.
It's one of the
apparently it bothered somebody.
Most awful things I've seen. And it's a small thing, but it just tells you a lot about the mindset. Anyway, I appreciate the fact that you survived and that you're back on TV and that you joined us tonight.
Well, thank you very, very much. And the thing is, it's not just a small thing, because nobody will touch me now because of what happened. So it's not a small thing, but I'm fine.
Nobody will touch her now? She's on a TV show. She's got her own TV show. Apparently she's doing pretty well. So much for not being touched. Let's keep watching.
Yeah. I can take care of myself.
Good.
But what about the people that can't?
Well, that's right.
That's what we've got to worry about.
Thousands of
people.
I couldn't agree with that more.
Thousands of people that lose their jobs. That's who I worry about, not me.
Yes. People with no power. Sharon Osbourne, thank you very much.
I mean, this is really what this debate is about, though, which is Fox News and the right have been trying to create an issue where there is no issue. We live in a society now where privileged white people can no longer say whatever the hell they want, no matter what the feelings of anybody around them. Now, if you do say some things, well, guess what? You can be held accountable. She admitted that she swore at everybody on her set there. That's about the lamest defense I've ever seen for somebody's behavior. But what's more is there's this sense of grievance that you get of, oh, poor us. Now we need to watch our words because we can't be insulting to everybody else anymore. I mean, whatever happened to being considerate, being a nice person? They love to talk about the war on Christmas. There's no war on Christmas. It's simply an effort to make sure that we respect everyone's holidays. Because guess what? White evangelical Christians are not the only ones who have rights here in America. and they are not the only people who should be respected. Well, if you don't believe me that racism is central to the appeal of Fox News, check out this video I did over here. When you see the response that Fox News had to the appointment of a black woman to the Supreme Court, oh my goodness, imagine that. You'll be able to see the depth of the racism that exists on Fox News. I'll see you then. In the meantime, let's hope for continued progress. Thank you.